According to science, the key to knowing someone's intelligence lies in your body. Certain body parts can reveal how smart you are. We often think that intelligence is the only key to knowing how smart or brainy someone is, but that isn't true. Here are the physical signs that you are a genius. Have you ever participated in any intelligence test? Whether you do or not, sometimes a little physical sign can tell the signs of genius is present or not. The length of your fingers is a great feature in studying the personality of a person. To start with the basics, we understand the anatomy of our hands starting with the thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and little finger, also known as the pinky finger. Biologically speaking, high levels of testosterone are linked with a shorter index finger. This means you as a fetus in the womb were exposed to more amount of testosterone, whereas psychological studies have shown that the length of your fingers reveal a few surprises about your genius personality. If your index finger is longer than your ring finger, then you have the habits of genius people, and you are a leader who is quick to take charge of any situation. You are a confident and resourceful person who shines at leading the way. If your index finger and ring finger are the same lengths, then you are a person who leads a balanced life. You are a caring, faithful, gentle, and well-organized individual. You give a warm vibe and are also known to be a good listener. If your ring finger is longer than your index finger, then you have high levels of confidence. You are a very calculated person who leads with a pragmatic and rational approach towards things. You have a strategic mind. After analyzing and data collection of over 2 million people, both living and dead, STI University Moscow revealed that people who had the letter X on both their palms were highly popular people in society and went on to be remembered long after their death. Examples? Think Alexander the Great and President Abraham Lincoln. Oh, and Russian President Vladimir Putin. The ones who have the mark on only one of their palms are very successful and famous individuals. They are people with great intuition, they can sense danger, and know disloyalty from afar. These are the people you don't want to get into bad books of. They might forgive you for your misdeeds, but they'll hardly forget. The fact is, apart from being intuitive, these most genius people are sharp, intelligent, and have great knowledge and a sharp memory on top of it all. They are also easy to adapt to their surroundings, but to be a part of their surroundings is a thing you have to earn. Scan your hand, people, and see if you are a few of the 3%. It turns out I am. The ultimate fact is the letter X on the palm means signs that you're a genius. Watch till the end of our video to know how to identify genius people, and don't forget to give our like to our channel. Women with large hips and small waists are not only considered attractive, but a study says they are more intelligent and give birth to intelligent children. Curvy women are not only intelligent and attractive and live longer, but they also give birth to intelligent children, finds a new study. Women with large hips and small waists are considered curvy, and they are found to be more intelligent than those with either apple-shaped or linear bodies, according to a study to be published this week in the journal Evolution in Human Behavior. It is possible because such women have higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids in their hips. Intake of omega-3 fatty acids found in some types of fish is already known to help improve cognitive health. The researchers based their findings on collecting details of body measurements and scores in cognitive tests of about 16,000 women and girls. They found that those women with a greater difference between the waist and the hips scored significantly higher on the test, as did their children. A number of scientific studies have shown that men are hardwired to find women with greater waist-hip differential the most attractive. No one has yet to be able to explain this, although theories include enhanced fertility, better childbearing abilities, and longer life expectancy. Yes, smarter people look more intelligent, but not all people, just men. Kleisner discovered that both men and women were able to accurately evaluate the intelligence of men by viewing facial photographs. But strangely, no relationship between perceived intelligence and IQ was found for women. Why would this be? The study suggests that it may be beneficial for men to signal intelligence honestly. Kleisner speculates that such signaling may play well with females' mixed mating strategy. Women prefer dominant men as extra-pair partners, while at the same time they seek men who are more willing to invest in their offspring as long-term or social partners. According to Kleisner, perceived intelligence is positively correlated with attractiveness in both men and women. This isn't a huge surprise. People are drawn to and influenced by good-looking at humans. But it's interesting that the correlation was much stronger in the judgment of women's faces than those of men. Like our channel to know how to identify genius people. Sometimes knowing the answer to a question or a riddle isn't always the answer to how intelligent someone is. There are many signs of genius-level intelligence. Some of those signs that you are a genius are sometimes visible in you physically. New scientific research proves that people with big heads have higher than average intelligence. Earlier studies had consistently identified a correlation between brain size and cognitive performance, but the relationship seemed to grow weaker as studies included more participants. So Nave, Kollinger, and colleagues hoped to pursue the question with a sample size that dwarfed previous efforts. An unrealistic science has been devoted to this knowledge, which has been called the science of the heads, phrenology. It was based on the assumption that personality traits and intelligence could be determined by the size and shape of the skull. Phrenology remained a very popular branch of science until the late 19th century and early 20th century. If you've always felt ashamed for having a 5 head instead of a 4 head, this one's for you. Previous researchers had suggested that babies who are born with larger heads are more intelligent than other babies and have a greater chance of becoming educated and living a successful life. Now, research by the charity UK Biobank has revealed a direct correlation between brain volume, head circumference, and levels of intelligence. To put it simply, for the normal 4-headed folk, it's official: the bigger the head, the brighter the individual. UK Biobank monitors over 500,000 UK residents to determine the link between their genes, their physical and mental health, and the direction their life will take. For this particular study, researchers from the UK, Germany, and the US, led by the University of Edinburgh, analyzed data from 100,000 Brits between the ages of 37 and 73. The results of the study concluded that highly significant associations were observed between the cognitive tests scored in the UK Biobank sample and the many polygenic profile scores, including intracranial volume, infant head circumference, and childhood cognitive ability. The study concluded that newborns with a head circumference of 31.75 centimeters to 35.56 centimeters appear to be more intelligent. Baby blues aren't just a striking physical attribute anymore. Sapphire peepers may actually indicate a higher level of intelligence, according to more than one study. Scientists find that people with blue eyes just do some things better than those with brown eyes. Now, before my fellow blue-eyed chums get cocked, I'll have to mention that the opposite is also true. Light-eyed individuals and even light-eyed animals perform better at behaviors requiring delay, self-pacing, or non-reactors, while dark-eyed individuals and animals perform better at behaviors requiring speed, sensitivity, or reactivity, according to a paper authored by the University of Louisville. Brown eyes, on the other hand, are better at things like needing quick reflexes like boxing, defensive football position, hitting a baseball, or rotary pursuit. In baseball, those with mocha irises would be better hitters than pitchers. In basketball, you'd have a higher percentage of field goals. If people from different cultures keep interbreeding, everyone's eyes will eventually be brown, or sometimes green. What will happen then? Discrimination by physical appearance would reach an all-time high when everyone fights over the blues. There is a genius men and genius women around us, but you will be surprised to know that there are many physical human facts that can easily identify the most genius people easily. Subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell icon to know more about genius people. There are many types of noses, but the shape of your nose falls into one of these 8 shapes and says a lot about your personality. Also, we should love everything about ourselves, even if we wish our nose was smaller, bigger, or thinner. Let's start with the Nubian nose. While the bridge of the nose is straight, the lower end of the nose points downward, like a branch laden with fruits. This type of nose draws your eyes towards the lips. People with this type of nose are known to be quite curious and expressive. The ancient Greek sculptures give this type of nose its name, the Greek nose. Narrow in length, this type of nose is characteristically straight and pointed. People with this type of nose are known to be prudent and extremely practical. The hook nose is associated with a bird's beak. This type of nose is bent downwards from the base of the nose to the tip. People with this type of nose are known to be opinionated, thoughtful, and deep. There are also other types: arched nose, button nose, straight nose, concave nose, and crooked nose. Whatever type of nose you have, be happy with it. You're special and one of a kind. Experts have revealed in studies that your lip shape can tell psychological secrets and personality traits. The fullness and thickness of lips holds secrets to your personality. Your lip shape can tell a lot about your personality. Meanwhile, if you are wondering what the most attractive lip shape is, cosmetic experts have shared that a heavily defined Cupid bow is the most attractive lip shape. Lip shape analysis reveals unique facets of your personality. The size, shape, fullness, and Cupid bow of your lips tells what kind of person you are, how you communicate, how you handle anger, etc. Your lip shape can tell about your weaknesses and strengths. If the shape of your lips is full lips, you are an empathetic individual who values relationships above everything else. If the shape of your lips is full lower lip, you are usually the happy-go-lucky type and know how to have fun. If the shape of your lips is full upper lip, you are known to be quite a drama lover. You tend to have a very high opinion of yourself. If the shape of your lips is thin lips, you are reserved and cautious. You are also seen as a loner at times. Golden blood sounds like the latest in medical quackery, as in, get a golden blood transfusion to balance your tantric mitochondrions and receive a free charcoal ice cream cleanse. But don't let the new agey moniker throw you. Golden blood is actually the nickname for Rh null, the world's rarest blood type. The type is so rare that only about 43 people have been reported to have it worldwide, and until 1961, when it was first identified in the Aboriginal Australian woman, doctors assumed embryos with Rh null blood would simply die in utero. Golden blood is incredibly important to medicine, but also very dangerous to live with. If an Rh null carrier needs a blood transfusion, they can find it difficult to locate a donor, and blood is notoriously difficult to transport internationally. Scientists are also looking into creating synthetic blood. If they succeed, they may be able to ease the current blood shortage, while also devising a way to create blood for rare blood type carriers. While this may make golden blood less golden, it would certainly make it easier to live with. Did you know that your hands can also reveal your genius personality traits? If you have short fingers and square palms, your personality traits reveal that you are honest, conscientious, traditional, and down to earth. You have a very practical outlook on life, which can be hurtful to people who value sentiments. You tend to be all about material gains and money. If you have short fingers and long palms, your personality traits reveal you are energetic, enthusiastic, restless, and charismatic. You have excellent leadership qualities. You do not shy away from taking risks or seizing opportunities. You love to be the center of attention. If you have long fingers and long palms, your personality traits reveal you are highly imaginative, sensitive, and emotional. You are a dreamer. You are usually gentle and calm on the outside, however, you have a storm of emotional turbulence brewing up inside. You are highly moody. Height is a big indicator of how healthy you are. More often than not, if a person is well bestowed height-wise, he or she is thought to enjoy better status in society. While there is no real proof that tall people are indeed more intelligent than short-heighted people, studies say that height has a direct relationship with a person's cognitive skills, which further boasts their brain power, health, and makes them smarter in everyday tasks compared to someone shorter. Can you tell just by looking at someone if they're likely to cheat? Who is the biggest gossip? What does your chin tell others about you? According to the practice of face reading, the type of chin a person has reveals their inborn tendencies. People with square chins are often thought of as very attractive. However, they can also be extremely stubborn. If you have a square chin, you probably get straight to the point in your conversations, and you don't try to hide what you're thinking. If you have this type of chin, you may be more sensitive than other people. Unkind words sting, and the world can see like a tough place to you. But you aren't afraid to let others know when you're ticked off. People with jutting chins have lots of energy. They tend to be confident going into new situations, and they can be forceful at work. If you have a round chin, it's believed that you make a great friend. That's because you always offer support to those around you. People with long chins tend to be artistic and expressive. They're also faithful, caring, and sympathetic. Regardless of which type of chin you have, always remember to hold it up high and be proud of what makes you unique. Complete ear symmetry is not that common, and it's probably for the better, since studies say that a lack of it may be a signal of quick wit. Back in 2012, British scientists found that people who have one earlobe longer than the other make better leaders. These unique people put others first and use their brains to make the world better. The same thing goes for fingers, by the way, so don't forget to check it out. How to tell if you are a genius or not? Subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell icon to know about that. Your hand size can indicate something about your personality. Surprised? Don't be. This is science. This is all in our gene. The size of your hand can say more than you ever thought about your personality. This isn't about the size of your hand according to your ruler, so don't stress yourself about getting the exact size. This assessment looks at the size of your hand in relation to the length of your arm. If you have large hands, you are a perfectionist. Your concentration often goes on the small details of projects. This could result in tardiness in some parts of your life. You are a very efficient worker. Those of you with small hands are free spirits of the world. You're always chasing down your next adventure and don't shy away from taking risks. You can usually work your way out of any trouble with your excellent problem-solving abilities, which is important because you regularly find yourself in hot water. Dr. Elias is a psychiatrist who has been studying the link between body hair and intelligence for over 20 years. His research on American medical students suggested that 45% of male trainee doctors were very hairy, compared with less than 10% of men generally. When academic ranking amongst students was examined, the hairier men got better grades. He found that the highest performing 6 engineering graduates were hairier than the bottom 8. However, Albert Einstein and the greatest physicist to live had no body hair at all. While it is important to remember that correlation does not mean causation, the study does raise some questions. Are you a genius? You can easily do a genius test based on which you can predict the sign of high intelligence at home. Are lips big intellectuals? Have you ever given a thought to that? Face scientists worldwide consider the lips to be one of the leading features determining personality. When we feel happy, angry, or sad, the first physical indication is the mouth, as we express our thoughts both verbally and through the expressions we make. Now, experts are suggesting that your lip shape may signify even deeper psychological peculiarities and personality traits. Evenly and naturally plump on both top and bottom, this lip shape indicates that you are an empathetic individual with strong parenting instincts. Women with thin lips tend to be loners and rather timid. People with a plump lip center revel in the spotlight and pride themselves on being natural performers. People with a peaked Cupid's bow are defined by their creativity, their constant drive for self-expression in every form, with productive artistic results. Lips with a rounded Cupid's bow suggest a compassionate and kind spirit. Their sensitive disposition means that they can become easily upset and triggered by things like injustice and misfortune. There are many signs that you're intelligent. Have you wondered what your foot shape could reveal about your personality? We all have different shapes of feet and toes. Studies have revealed that a lot can be learned about the personality of a person by their foot shape. Egyptian foot shape, Roman foot shape, Greek foot shape, and square foot shape. People with Egyptian foot shapes are usually lost in their own dream world. They enjoy their own company and me time. You also tend to find an escape from reality. You have the personality of a dreamer. People with Roman foot shapes lead a well-balanced life and usually maintain a proportionate body shape. Most travelers are found to have the Roman foot shape. However, they can also be arrogant or stubborn. However, people with Greek foot shapes are prone to taking stress. They also struggle with decision-making. Their high energy levels also lead to exhaustion or burnout at times. People with Greek foot shapes are also known to stick to their opinions and exhibit a my way or the highway attitude. People with the square foot shapes are also weighing the positive and negative. They have excellent conflict resolution quality. They're also quite analytical. They are also very secure in themselves. They are reliable and do not get easily influenced by outer circumstances or momentary impulses. Experts seem to think that being a genius does have a physical manifestation. Earlier on this list, we mentioned people with blue eyes are more likely to have higher IQs than people with darker colored eyes. Another possible indicator of a hidden genius within you is the size of your nails, if it's the half-moon shaped of the base of your fingernail. It is widely regarded by many that having a large lunula is a sign of being a genius. While this may seem a bit far-fetched and true from a psychological and healthy living, lunula is highly regarded by experts and traditional Chinese medicine as an indicator of good energy, health, and immunity. Lunula, or lunuli, is the whitish half circle that you sometimes see at the bottom of your nails. Your lunula is actually part of your nail matrix. You may be able to see it only on your thumbnails or maybe not at all. Don't worry if you can't see a lunula on any of your fingers. It's no big deal. It's there just under your skin. So yes, there is a physical sign that you are a genius. Do you know any genius people around who have these physical signs present? Or which one do you disagree with? Let us know in the comments below. Like always, if you enjoyed it, be sure to give us a big thumbs up and leave us some love in the comment section. Keep up to date with all of our awesome videos. Be sure to hit subscribe and turn your notifications on to never miss a thing. Until next time, do take care of yourself.